Hello. Today we're going to work with what I'm calling when the dog bites. That great line from The Sound of Music, but what does it really mean to be in those moments, to struggle through those moments when the dog bites, when that dog of life bites? So we'll take a moment to get to our seated position, to bow in, but just taking a moment to try to soften and release the pelvis, to connect to your spine, your head-tail connection. Just anything that's a little soft with some nice deep breaths. Just trying to relax the body from the overreactions that might be happening from the life events or life event that maybe has brought you to this moment of needing to ground and release all the anxiety, the growing tensions in the body, and connect to your breath. So taking a little bounce here. Letting yourself let out some sound if that feels good. Maybe letting the arms and the hands shake with the bounce. Trying to find a little bit more of your fluid body. All those fluids inside you getting to take center stage a little bit more rather than being such a muscular or bone-oriented body. How do we allow some more fluid movement? And with that sense, we'll start to maybe do a little curl down, keeping the knees nice and soft, coming to a little forward fold, taking a breath, letting out sound, and then slowly finding your way. And again, that doesn't have to be the way that I'm doing it. It could also be maybe you take a foot back, maybe you come forward more on your hands. Just take a moment to play with how would you come down to sit. And I'm going to be coming down to sit on my block to help my hips. Just taking your time to arrive in your seated position. And let's take a moment to floss the legs, flexing one foot and pointing the other, going slowly to articulate through the feet, through the toes. Just allowing the fascia to start to unwind from however you got here to this moment. And then going ahead and doing a little wag in and out from the feet, letting that travel up the legs to the hip sockets. Just touching in with what is right now. Where are you? Where is the body? Where is the breath? And then we'll bring our legs into whatever comfortable seated position feels good for you. Just take a breath here. We'll do a slow shoulder roll forward, up, and back. Then we'll go back, up, and forward the other way. And we're doing this real soft and gentle. And we're going to do one last forward, up, and back with the breath, inhaling through the nose. And we'll exhale through our mouth as the shoulders just naturally release back. We'll let the eyes just look down. We'll take a moment here. And we'll hold to the space between us. we'll feel bringing the hands back to our hips, and we'll give, coming into a bow. Then we'll come back up. All right, so I feel that on a day when the dog bites, I want to just come into a yield position. I'm going to take the block away. I'm going to come and slowly lay down on my front. I'm going to let my head go to one side, usually starting off with the most comfortable side for my head to go to. And I'm going to let my arms and legs spread. A little gentle reach through my fingers, my hands. A little gentle reach through my toes. And you may be on top of your feet or on the sides, however it's most comfortable for your body. But the important part is to come into a position that is yielding to the floor. So we're giving over your body weight, all that struggle to be a vertical mover. You're releasing it into the floor. Just finding a moment to breathe into your back body. Letting out any sound if that feels good. Starting to notice your back rib cage opening and expanding as you breathe. And also taking a moment to let the front organs really release into the floor. Let the front organs get some support. Just falling deeply into the floor. And then with all that front body releasing into the floor, we're going to slowly let the head lift a little bit. Turn the head to the other side. Go ahead and just relax again. And maybe it's a little tighter on this side. Before reacting to the tightness, maybe just seeing if you can breathe deeply. Just see what you can allow to open up through some deep breathing before making any major adjustments physically. Can you just see if things can soften around the tightness? Can the body make its own adjustments in relationship to the floor? Or do you need to start making some micro movements to maybe allow a little bit more release to happen? But just feeding it all with a good amount of deep breathing. Even letting out sound if that helps. Trying to just be with what is. And then we're going to release all the body into the floor and slowly let the head lift, bringing the forehead to the floor, doing an overcurve of the skull to allow the forehead to come to the floor. And just take a couple of breaths here before doing anything. Seeing if you can release in the space between your shoulder blades, around your shoulders. Just breathing into any adjustments that have happened. Let's go ahead and rock the pelvis a little bit, side to side.
And then we'll let the pelvis rock subside. Just take another breath here, maybe letting out some sound again into the floor. Good. And then we're going to let the head go back to the first side. Take a breath. And then from here, the side that I'm looking at, I'm going to fold that elbow and knee towards each other, and the opposite side I'm going to elongate. And I'm going to come into this position. Trying not to build up tension in my shoulders or my hips. I'm trying to release more through the floor. I'm trying to also keep my long side long, so gently reaching through my fingers and toes on my long side, so there's a nice gentle fascia stretch happening. There's nice gentle flat fascia stretching happening on the folded side too. But just breathing into all the releases that are happening. And then we'll slide back to our X. Trying to move both sides at the same time as much as possible. And then we're going to release everything and let the head slowly turn to the opposite side. And we'll take a breath here. And then we'll slide the opposite side I'm looking at, elbow knee towards each other, and the other side long. And breathing into whatever is on this side. So reaching those fingers and toes gently on the long side. Trying to, again, release through the floor, so not building up tension around shoulder or hip socket. Can you melt more on that folded side into the floor? So it could be incremental. Just allow the breath to help open up any more access. And then from here, we're going to slide back to our X, moving both sides at the same time if possible. And one more time, we're going to lift the head, bring the forehead to the floor. Take a breath here. And then start your little tail rock, your pelvic rock side to side a little bit. And then let that pelvic rock subside. We're going to slide the elbows back so the hands come to frame the head. We're kind of tucking the elbows in a little bit. And then from here, you're going to play with a head-tail relationship. See if you can reach your tail back. Slide your legs underneath. And can your head also think about coming back to also help this tail reach? So can we think about the head pulling in a little bit? It's more isometric, energetic than an actual forceful experience. Just come into a child's pose for a moment. If you need to have a block, or if you want to put your hands underneath your forehead, that could also be helpful. Just take a breath here, opening up those hips. If you have your arms out, let's go ahead and come up onto our spider fingers, onto our fingertips. Let those little spider fingers walk forward for a moment. And then we'll slowly walk them back, bringing them in between our
knees. We're gonna let the overcurve of the skull happen. So I'm letting the overcurve of the skull happen. Then I'm gonna reach forward and I'm gonna bring my hands down. So I had my hands, palms facing up, and then I reached my head forward, put my hands down, and I'm gonna wag for a moment, wag my tail. And then from here you could do some cow-cats. Nice and slow with your breath. So inhaling for the cow, exhaling for the cat. We'll do that one more time. Inhale for the cow, exhale for the cat. And then back to a neutral spine, eyes looking down. We'll wag the tail one more time. And then we're gonna bring ourselves back to our seat. So finding your way back to your seated position. Let's take a moment again with the legs out, maybe just wagging in and out for a moment. Noticing any slight shifts that might have happened in arriving back in our seat. I know I feel a little bit more connected and relaxed. We're gonna roll our shoulders forward, up and back once. We'll go the other way. And one more time with the breath, forward, up and back, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we'll just let our eyes look down. We're finding our sit bones descending, the spine is rising with the head, so our head-tail relationship in opposition. And we'll take a moment to hold to the space between us. And as we hold, we're breathing deeply. We'll feel bringing our hands back to our hips, and we'll give. Thank you very much. I hope this calmed down your nervous system from any kind of dog that has bitten you today. And I know I'm feeling much more calm and relaxed from my dog bite, so I offer this to you. Have a good day.